Hey people, welcome to the Angels, Babes and Bitches show with me, Ruby. My guest today is Reena. As you might have guessed by now, I am Indian, hence it was wonderful meeting Reena, who is also from India. Reena is originally from Bangalore and has lived in Finland for the last 4 years. She is a HR professional and also does mandala art. The link to her art can be found in the episode write up. Reena has a wonderful husband and an 8-year-old son. Hi, Reena. Welcome to my podcast.
Hi, Ruby. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I was really excited and happy, to meet you and then to be part of your show again.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. Thank you so much for being here. So, you have been, of course, living in Finland for the last 4 years, but
Mhm.
India is very different from Finland. So, what was the main difference that hit you when you first came here? Something that was like bang in your face.
Well, I must say, I came to Finland twice. So I would relate this experience more with my first visit to Finland. So when I first visited, I think, like everybody else, I too went a lot of emotional feelings like confusion, frustration,
Yeah.
also because of lot of things here which was completely new, and it could be weather, it could be silence, it could be very less people, which we are very much surrounded in India. So these were the things which hit me first, and it had lot of impact during our first visit.
Mm.
And these things really mattered a lot, and then those made a great impact, and then somewhere because of these things, because
Yeah.
of all this emotional change and emotional trauma, maybe we decided one fine day that we would go back. So
Okay.
it was very quick decision, but then yes, we decided at that moment and we went back.
Yeah.
But honestly, when I went back, I think I started realizing the importance of when actually, faced both the environment, and then I realized what I actually missed and what I came back for.
Okay. Yes, I think,
Yes.
yeah, it's very different from living in India or so I can get your this feeling that, after a while you wanted to go back because this is so drastically different. There's a saying that silence is golden. But did you ever think that you would live in such a silent place? And, how did you cope with this silence?
It actually bared a lot of impact on my first in our during our first visit, and that all these reasons was the main reason for us to go back. But then we realized the importance of silence and the nature and everything which we have here. And I think I would be lying if I say that I it was very easy to cope up with silence. But then I actually started personally feeling that whatever emotions I went through, it was like more like a experience which made me realize my own priorities in life. So when we
Mm.
again got an opportunity to come back, I started feeling it's like blessing in disguise. And for me it was like I had my own different mechanisms to cope up, and I knew this place, I knew this environment.
Yeah.
I came with a better mind. Here we have the choice of controlling the distraction, which is not there in India. And then I actually started liking and the part of silence here, and it helped me discover myself in a better way, I think.
I can imagine or understand what you're saying. I have, not liked this complete silence a lot myself,
Hmm.
but I don't really feel. I mean, of course, it is very silent here, and maybe I've got used to it in the few years that I have also lived here. It's a matter of getting used to in some
Yes,
way. I think it's
right.
adapting to a new country. So, silence is one of the things. But what about walking on the street and crossing the road? How different is this from Bangalore and Helsinki, where you live? From my own experience, and I'm from Mumbai in India, there is no similarity.
Well, I agree here. There is actually no similarity. But and of course, apart from the obvious differences which we have in India, and maybe those could be the main reasons why we have this comparison here as well. So because of all these things, I finally I have my own takeaway that small is always beautiful. So because here Finland is small, it's very easy to maintain. The scale is very small, and everything is easy to control. We should be more accommodating than complaining. um, so actually, when I am living in both the environments now I feel I'm able to actually realize the more reasons why India is like that and why Finland is like this. And maybe I would say Finland being a small country, it is always beautiful, and it is easy
Yeah.
here. Things are easy here.
Yeah, I think both the countries have their own charm. Of course, in India, it's the streets are very crowded, and sometimes there
Yeah,
is so much traffic that
exactly.
it is not that easy to cross the roads also, because there is just so much traffic. There are many people there, and I think that is
Yeah,
the charm of India. That's how you know that's how the country is, and Finland has its own charms, that everything is very regulated. Traffic is not a lot. There are not, of course, a
yeah.
lot of people on the road, and that also has its own charm.
Yes,
I
and
think
it is very systematic.
yes,
It is in the flow. I mean, they have their own flow, and everything is well systemized, right? And
yes,
yeah,
yes, it's true. As I
right.
said earlier, also I come from Mumbai, and I think
Mm.
the less I talk about the local trains, the better. But they always run on time. I know that from
Mm.
experience. So I can't miss out on asking you about what do you think is the difference between like public transport in Bangalore and Helsinki?
In India, it takes a lot of planning even for your everyday work commute. Unlike in Finland, it's like maximum it could be 15-20 minutes drive, no matter how far it is your workplaces. I think, at least for my experience, that is what I
Yeah.
feel. My husband always said a joke like, he started his day with a breakfast at home, but by the time he reached office, it used to be his lunchtime. So he used to straight head to head for his lunch out. So you can imagine what I'm trying to say here. The distance and the time taken for commuting itself is so long in India, unlike here. So again, I would highlight that because India is very vast. I mean, one Bangalore city is equal to, I think, almost like Finland. So I would say it's all because of the scale and the size. So
Yeah.
it's easy to maintain. It's very systematic here. Um, but of course, this time maintenance here has made me realize importance of time more and more. In India, there are a lot of things sometimes where we are grown in an environment where a lot of random things happen, which I feel kept our lives a little more lively and exciting there. But here, it's very systematic. We being exposed to both the situations, I think that makes us very adaptable to any situation, adaptable and flexible to any new situations.
No, that's true. And I also think, yes, when you see this contrast between
Mm.
Asia, India, and Finland, then there is, of course, a big contrast, and it's good and bad. And yeah, even in Mumbai, when I was living there, that was so many years ago. As you said, the commuting times is very long. People traveling 1 hour to go to work is normal. um,
Yeah.
yeah, and that could be the lesser of the times. You could be traveling for 1.5 hour just to reach your workplace. um,
Yes, like
yeah,
even though we lived in the middle of the city, my husband had to travel to workplace one side 35 kilometers. So you can imagine the amount. I think we end up living half a quarter of a life in traffic actually in India. it's
true.
it's again, yeah.
Because India is such a colorful country with so many people everywhere, and it has a lot of these street vendors in Bangalore. What all did you buy from them?
Oh, this is something which I actually loved always doing. Like taking a stroll on the street in the evenings, and there are always some vendors who sell fresh vegetables and
Yeah.
fruits. There are a lot of flowers around, especially near the temples, and all your street food also. It
Yes.
during the evening, it's like street becomes more colorful. You have all the aromas coming in from every
Yeah.
side. So I actually did that a lot in India. And during
Okay.
the evenings, we just go out for a stroll, end up buying some vegetables or fruits, whichever you find really fresh, and also eat all your charts, street food charts especially. So that is something which I really miss here,
Yeah.
and I think I cannot compare on this.
Yeah.
But then here, I think, to sum up, I would say we have some vibes during summer here,
Yeah.
something similar to India during summer, and I
Yes.
think that's the time we should make most of out of it, as
Yeah.
long as here.
Yes, and I know summer in Finland is so beautiful. And yes, it
Yeah.
can be comparable at that time to almost everyday life in India, especially where the street shopping and eating on like street food is concerned. Uh,
Yes,
yeah, and
I agree.
yeah, it's amazing time here in the summer. So, I also loved street shopping in Mumbai for clothes, especially when I was in university because they used to be so cheap. What thing they used to sell on the streets, at least at that time. And I remember there was this place called Fashion Street in Mumbai. Is there something like that in Bangalore?
Well, of course, yes. Bangalore also has like many streets like that, and very famous ones. And my favorite adda used to be something like Ibrahim Street, which is just parallel to the commercial, very famous commercial street. And
Okay.
also there is like Chickpet and Malleshwaram. These were the three, different fashion streets, which was like
Wow.
very favorite to me. And then
Yeah.
the most I miss out of all these things is like the random plans which we used to make with my very close friends, or my mom, which is my who's my most best companion for
Yeah.
shopping actually.
Yeah.
uh, so I miss this a lot here. It's a different feeling altogether,
Yeah.
and I miss that a lot. But then I think uh, I retain those feelings, and I would thoroughly do that again whenever I visit India. So
Yeah.
it's like holding on and then enjoy it to the fullest when you are back in your country.
No, it's true. Even like what you said about your mom being your most favorite shopping companion, my mom is also my most
Yeah.
favorite shopping companion. So even when they came to Helsinki, she went shopping with me for some clothes, and when I go to India, she always goes shopping with me to all the shops. So it's
Yeah.
it's true. It's a different and very good memory, not only
Yes,
of
yes.
India, but of how you shop there. And this is with your mom. It's always very special.
Of
Uh,
course,
yes.
but here we can find a glimpse of similarities, as I said, during in summer or even sometime in Christmas markets.
Yeah.
But it's more of a glimpse, I would say, not the exactly
Yeah.
how it happens in India, because it's completely different.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
it's all the memories which we have, and we talk about it more often, and then like I speak about it every time with my mother, and it's like our memories refreshing back.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
It's
true.
a wonderful feeling
It's,
actually.
yeah, it's a
Yes.
wonderful feeling. Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah.
give any message to your mom? She might hear the podcast later.
Oh, I miss her. I think she and my sister, of course, they are the
Yeah.
most missed person. And I miss everything she did for me. I miss her food here. I miss
Yeah.
her company. I
Yeah.
miss her company everywhere, actually, especially shopping and at home. But then we make it up. Honestly, you won't believe if I say that we speak for at least around, I we try to manage and speak at least for an hour in a day.
Yes. Same. I do that with my mom. I
Yeah,
have to
and I
speak to
think
her
this
1 hour
can
every day.
be, yeah, and I think whoever, all the Indians who are listening to this, they can relate themselves to this, because
Yes.
every, especially if it is a girl, they would be, they're like equally close to their moms, and I'm sure they can
Yeah.
relate to this, and they would be thinking, yes, I am also like this. So
Yeah, yeah, we all do that. We all do that. So I think it's one of the, it's I think to do with Indian culture and how we are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So India is, a land of colors. Everybody knows that. And
Mhm.
then when one moves to Finland, land of limited colors, I think. So how do you manage to keep the colors in your life?
India has more vibrancy because of its own diversity. Each state itself is a country in itself, actually, I would say. I believe Finland also has colors, but are different shades.
Yeah.
This is how I would put it across. Finland has
Okay.
their own shade, be it in its architecture, in its all other aspects, or it can also be specifically to wardrobes because of the way Finland is. However, for me,
Yeah.
it's not very difficult to add colors because first thing is, for my husband it's very convenient because black being his favorite color, he finds it's very easy, to,
Yeah.
when we talk about wardrobe, it's very easy for him to find something for himself which suits him.
Yeah.
I go around, I do a lot of window shopping, and then I pick something, but rarely, and most of the time I bring stuff from India, which is more fond to me, honestly.
Yeah.
However, apart from, if I have to talk in a in another sense, apart from wardrobe, I think Finland offers a lot of colors and nature. So,
Yeah.
which is the best part, and I love to say that summer and autumn are my most favorite seasons here because it has so much colors. It's just beauty in itself, and I enjoy these seasons here. Bangalore does not have autumn, the proper autumn like Finland, or the,
Yeah.
of course, summer, but then it's so
It's
hot.
different.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's completely different. I cannot compare it if I specifically talk about Bangalore. So, of
Yeah.
course, the seasons here is the best part, and especially summer and autumn is my favorite seasons, and I try to get all the colors and enjoy the colors which the nature offers here, and it's very vibrant and beautiful.
Yes, it's true. Here, summer and autumn has such beautiful colors, and it's in nature, and you can see it all around you. Any message for our listeners about
Yes.
life in Finland or life in India? Anything you want to say?
Say, I think we should all have, or at least I think my message would be that let's keep our mindset in such a way that positive things outweigh the negative aspects, be it in our country or be it anywhere we live. And living in Finland, I think it's a blessing in disguise for whoever is in Finland. The small is beautiful here. Again, I'm saying, and it's a, initially we all might find difficult to adapt here due to various reasons, but then it has own it Finland has its own I would say advantages in terms of your health, in terms of the, we have the best nature here, we have purest water here, we have fresh air here, I think. So we
Yes.
should feel blessed living here, and also have try to bring in positive thoughts that would outweigh all the negative aspects wherever we go.
Yes, that's so true, and very very well said. To
Thank
end,
you.
yeah, to end, sweet angel Reena has adapted well to her life in Finland and plans to live here long term. Like most Indians, of course, she misses the diversity that is India, and India has its own unique charms. All you people out there, if you have not been to India or Finland, now is your chance. Hopefully, we all get to travel at least in 2022. See you all next week with another amazing guest. Thank you, Reena.
Thank you so much, Ruby. It was nice talking to here, and it's my pleasure
Thank
to
you.
be part of your show.